I just want to make sure it's recording. Y'all see anything where it says it's recording? Okay, it is recording. Okay, welcome back, grade 10. As you all know, I am Miss Saunders, Renisha Saunders. And our topic for today's lesson is going to be on kitchen safety. Are you all excited?
We are. We're excited.
Okay, good, good. Okay, to start today's lesson, I am going to show you all a quick video, right? Okay. So every year, there are thousands of accidents that occurs in the home, and the kitchen is one of the main areas of potential dangers. Many accidents can be prevented and only happen because insufficient attention is paid to safety precautions. Do you all agree? You can agree to that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a short video that I am going to show you all. Just let me know if you're able to hear. Now I want you to watch closely to the video. Pay close attention.
Welcome to Home Arts, everyone. Before we begin cooking, we need to talk about how to be safe in the kitchen. Before cooking, you should always roll up long sleeves, put on an apron, and tie back long hair, because no one wants your hair in their food. Please keep dirt and germs out of our food. Wash your hands for 20 seconds with warm water and soap before cooking. Always wash your hands after coughing or sneezing. Keep your workspace clean and organized by washing your dishes as you go instead of leaving them all to the end of the lab. Make sure the oven and stove are turned off when not in use and do not leave them unattended. Always use oven mitts when handling hot utensils. Never use a towel, apron, or anything that is damp. Stand to the side when opening oven doors to allow the heat to release from the oven first. To avoid steam burns, remove the lids from hot items away from yourself and make sure handles are turned inward. Never throw.
Okay, so just to save time, I will stop the video right there. And as we go through today's lesson, you'll get more in-depth information on what the video was actually about. But did you get anything from the video?
Yes. I learned you have
Okay,
to.
I don't want you to tell me what you learned yet. We'll get to that. Sorry.
Okay.
We'll get to that part. We'll get to that part. Let me just
Water on a cooking.
Let me just exit out of this. Okay. So our objectives for today's lesson. At the end of the lesson, students will be able to name 6 common accidents that occur in the kitchen. Students will be able to discuss how common accidents occur in the kitchen, and you'll be able to outline how to prevent accidents in the kitchen. So from the video, and you'll know that kitchen safety is a good habit to develop. Always pay attention to what you're doing in the kitchen because one slip can cause a serious injury or an accident. To prevent serious injuries or accidents, always pay attention to what you're doing. Adopt a plan for the kitchen cleanliness and have necessary safety equipment at your disposal. It is important to be aware of who is in your space. So, for example, you should not have children running around in your kitchen, because you're dealing with hot items, sharp items, and chemical items, right? So I want to know from the video, what do you understand, or can you name me some kitchen accidents, or do you know of any on your own?
Burns.
Okay, burns. Anything else?
Probably a cut from like a knife.
Okay, a cut from a knife. Anything else?
Grease fire.
A fire?
A grease fire probably. You
Grease
drop
fire.
something.
Okay, I hope y'all don't be doing these things in y'all kitchen because y'all sound Y'all sound like y'all did these before.
I do have a burn though, like
Oh,
so-
I have
wow.
multiple, this ain't all on my arm.
Okay, after today's lesson, you'll know just how to prevent those things from happening. Okay, so we know that burns are a type of kitchen accident. We know that chemical poisoning is a type of kitchen accident, and something else I think Ashley or Lee, one of you guys would have mentioned. Okay, but you didn't mention falls. Falls happen in the kitchen. Okay, anybody can guess how falls happen?
you could slip on like water or something.
Correct. We also have electrical shocks. Anybody ever get shocked? No? Okay, good. And cuts, that's most common. Burns, most common. You can also have poisoning in the kitchen and fires, okay? So all of these are hazards that happen in the kitchen. So I now have a fun activity. Can somebody say it's activity time?
It's activity time.
It's activity time. Okay, so let me just send the link in our chat for you all to have access. Okay, so the first link, you can click on it, and I'm also going to share screen so that you can see it as well. So just let me know once you have it up, okay? And let me just type in my email address so that you all can send the information to me once the activity is completed, okay? Okay, just let me know once you have it up. But in the meantime, I'll be typing in my email address, okay? Everybody has it up?
Yeah, I have it up.
Okay, what about you, Elise?
Yes, I have it up.
Okay. Okay. So this activity that we're going to do, this is a Freya model of kitchen accidents, right? And this Freya model, this is going to help you all with building your vocabulary. So before time, if you did not know what kitchen accidents may have been, this would help. So I'm just going to do a dry overview over the activity before you guys actually complete it. Just looking for this photo. Okay, so if you look at the activity, you'll see that it looks like a graphic organizer. So the word that we're going to focus on is kitchen accidents, right? So we're going to define kitchen accidents. We're going to list some characteristics of kitchen accidents, and we're going to give some examples and non-examples. But before we get to this, I just wanted you guys to pull it up separately so that when that time comes, it will be up. So I'm just going to go right back to my other screen. Okay, so you should also note that a kitchen accident is a unpleasant event that happens in the kitchen. Can everybody agree to that? Nothing about a kitchen accident or hazard is pleasant. That's an unpleasant event that happens in the kitchen and it causes injury to a person. Okay? Just 1 minute for me. Okay, so you can go back to the activity. Let's get this over with. So before we started, you guys want me to do a dry overrun? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so we're looking at kitchen accidents. Definition, can anybody give me a definition of what a kitchen accident may be? Okay, so we know that a kitchen accident is an unpleasant event, right? Which causes injury. So that's going to be our definition. Characteristics, can you guess a characteristic of a kitchen accident?
Neglect on the part of, I guess, the person who's supposed to be running the kitchen.
Okay,
Maybe.
Probably injury as well.
injury,
form of harm.
correct, or hazard. All right, that will be some characteristics, and you're free to put whatever you think. Okay, and then give me an example, or just one example from each of you. Give me an example of a kitchen accident.
A burn, a fall.
Okay, a burn. Just Ashley, just one
Cut.
for you.
A cut.
A cut. And what may be a non-example of a kitchen accident? Something that doesn't have anything to do with a kitchen accident.
Eating too much.
Okay,
Oh,
eating too
good.
much. Or maybe hitting your car to the wall. That don't have
Yeah.
anything to do with an accident in the kitchen, but it's an accident. So I am going to give you all 3 minutes to complete this activity. My email is inside the chat box. So once you're completed, you can just send it over to me so that I will have it for record purposes. Okay? Okay, we have 2 minutes remaining. Okay, while you all complete that, I will go and pull up my screen. How's everybody doing? Everybody's doing fine? Okay, good. So we just have 1 minute remaining, okay? Okay, so I am going to count down from 10, okay? That's enough time for you all to wrap up whatever you're doing? Okay, if you're finished, you can count down with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody should have submitted by now. Okay, can you all unmute your mic? Okay, Ashley, how did you find the activity?
It was fun. It was interesting to, get to voice my own opinion on the topic.
Okay, okay. What about you, Elise?
It was harder than I thought.
It was harder than you thought. Wow.
I don't know if my eyes just don't work, but I was like, but it was
Did
interesting.
did it automatically grade you?
I don't want to know my grade, so I just
No, I just asked because I will have to go back in to review. I just wanted to know if it automatically. Okay, so let's continue on with our lesson. It's discussion time. So the image that I am about to show you is a bit graphic, okay? I shall be vaulting a little bit of blood here and there, okay? So from this image, what you think this is? What you all think this is? Can anybody guess what accident you think may have happened?
A bloody a cut?
A cut. Okay. So Ashley, can you read this for me, please? Okay, this will fall under cuts. Okay, so you
Okay.
can read this for me.
So keep knives sharp and use properly. Use a drawer, divider, or knife rack for sharp cutting tools. Don't try to catch a falling knife. Don't soak knives in zinc or dishpan or in water. Sweep up broken glass from the floor using a broom and dustpan. Use paper towels instead of bare fingers.
Okay, Ali, can you read this last paragraph? Sorry, I scroll up too fast. Okay, the last paragraph.
knife safety, store knives properly and away from small children, move knives away from counter edges, cut mindfully, pay attention, cut away from yourself, use a cutting board, wait until you are ready to wash a knife before putting it into the dishwater, use the proper knife for the job, large items, chef's knife, small items or detailing paring knife, small utility knife, pair, carry knives point down at your side.
Okay, you can stop right there. Okay, sorry. Okay, so from what you all would have read, right? We read like different steps to be mindful of when it pertains to like cuts. So let's discuss like from what you would have read, how you think like persons have these type of accidents from what you would have read. Like what do you think they do? Like some things you think they do.
They carry their knives wrong.
Okay. Carrying their knives wrong.
Yeah.
So you would have read like when you're I don't know if you knew before, but and you would have read when you're walking in the kitchen around with the knife, you should never walk with the knife pointing like this. Like I coming to get you, you should never walk with the knife pointing. The knife should always be placed in a downward position. Okay. Ashley, anything else you think from I mean you can recall from what you would have read that would causes cuts in the kitchen?
Not using a knife properly. They probably just cutting, I would say
Just
wild or something, or like just cutting. I know I personally do it all the time. Like I'll just be talking and chopping,
not paying
not watch.
attention.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's a realistic thing that happens. Okay. So we we understand how cuts happen in the kitchen. Everybody can agree? Okay. So moving along to fault. I'll read this one for you. So when it comes to faults, we must keep the floors clean and free of clutter. We must wipe up spills, spatters, and peelings. Eliminate other hazards, slippery, throw rugs, and damage worn flooring. Tie shoes, avoid long clothes, floppy slippers. So for me, I can I can see clearly like how accidents like falls happens because if you live in a household that has children like mine, um, you could be cooking and the children they don't necessarily I would say they're not, especially small children, they're not aware of some of the dangers that can happen. So you're in their kitchen and then you're in there cooking or cleaning, whatever you're doing, and then you have some small children come running in, pulling on this, doing that, and then you just turn around, not aware that they're in back of you, then that's a fall. You may have been washing the dishes, wiping down the counters, and then some of that water from what you was doing would have drained down on the floor, and then you was not aware. Go to walk to the fridge to pull something, that's a fall. Okay, so anybody want to give me like a scenario of their own in regards to falls? Elise, I see you unmute your mic. You want to go ahead?
I was gonna say.
Okay. Ashley, you want to share something with us?
Well, probably if you're using oil or something and you don't realize some spill, you could slip on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Elise, I want
They
to
might drain down. and
something
mess
that
it-
drain yeah.
Or like, I don't know, but when sometimes you have like those older kitchen mats that like curl. I don't know, but you could trip over those very easily.
Yes. Okay. So after today's lesson, you should all be aware of some things that you need to do to prevent these accidents, and we'll get to that. So moving along to heat hazards, and these heat hazards are burns. So we need to be cautious around hot surfaces. We need to work carefully with hot items. Use pot holders and oven mitts. So I should never see none of you when we have practical trying to hold a pot with your bare hands. That's just pure foolishness, right? Pure foolishness. Okay? So we want to test temperatures before picking up something. Example, pots, lids, baking sheets. Turn pot handles in. Use the back burner if possible. Open the oven and move items in the oven carefully so that you don't end up touching the top or the bottom or one of the pans inside the oven and end up burning yourself. Okay, everybody understands the point that I'm making about getting burned, right? Being cautious of your heat hazards. Okay, so electrical safety, Ashley, can you read for me?
Sure. Appliances save both time and work in the kitchen, but they are a source of shock, burns, and other injuries. So read the owner's manual. Water and electricity don't mix. Cords. Avoid damage to electrical cords, tugging on the cord, stapling or burning them. And use outlets properly, overloading Polaroid plugs. That the nine.
9 1 blade wider than the other.
9 1 blade. I'm trying to figure out the nine supposed to be there. 9 1 blade, wider than other. And then use care with any plugged in appliances. Watch for problems.
Thank you, Ashley. Now, Elise, can you explain to me like your understanding from what you need to do for electrical safety in your own words?
You should be sure that you know how your electrical machine is supposed to work so that you are using it appropriately and safely. You should use your outlets properly. Don't damage your electrical cords by being careless or manipulating them in ways that you're not supposed to. And just be careful. Avoid using outlets that aren't properly, like the outlet protectors and stuff.
Got you.
And make sure children don't push stuff inside that
Push
little
stuff.
thing.
Correct. Elite,
Yeah.
you want
I
to
know.
roll today, man?
Thanks.
I shouldn't have about no accident in your house no more. Your parents shouldn't have to call me about nothing you're doing in that kitchen anymore. Okay, so let's just go over some ways that we can outline some preventative measures to prevent accidents in the kitchen. So now we're going to utilize our chat tab, okay? So everybody can open it up. I want you to type at least two accidents in the kitchen, right? I want you to give me 2 accidents in the kitchen. And I just want you to let me know how you would prevent that from happening. You're going to use the chat tab. So you can start typing now. And when I tell you enter, you're going to give me your response, okay? Y'all should be familiar with this strategy. Y'all should know this very well. Okay, I'm going to count down from 10. Okay? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Enter. Okay. So, Alith, I want you to read Ashley's one. And Ashley, you'll read Alith, okay? You can begin.
For burns, you use oven gloves and cuts. Oh, use oven gloves. And for cuts, you do not soak knives in the kitchen sink.
Okay, everybody understands what's that saying, right? So for burns, use mittens to protect yourself from getting burns. Cuts, do not soak knives in the kitchen sink. And just to clarify that, if you're washing dishes, the water is sludgy, so you can't really see to the bottom. And you're gonna put your hand in to grab up a plate or whatever, and then you end up pulling up a knife or something, and then that's a cut. So Ashley, you can go ahead with the lead.
Okay, shops cover all outlets when not in use, and then for falls, you remove all slippery rugs off the floor.
Correct. Okay, so it seems as if you all understand the gist of kitchen safety. So I have one last activity for you all. The link is right at the top of our chat. Can you open it for me? Okay, so you can just let me know once you have it up. Oh wow, Zoom just giving out free time today. All right. Everybody has it up?
Yes.
Okay, and as you can see, I also has it shared on my screen as well. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to do a read to follow instructions activity, okay? So I want you all to read the different steps under the different headings, right? You're going to look at these and read them carefully. And some of them you will already be knowledgeable of because we would have went over it in class. Now, once you would have read all these steps, right? I just want you to come down here to the bottom part of the activity, right? And this is where you're going to examine this image. And from this image, you're going to list one hazard from each of these 4 categories, falls, cuts, scalds, and fires, you're going to write how this can be prevented based on the image and the points which you would have read under the classifications from above. Everybody with me? Okay, so you have 3 minutes, okay? You have 3 minutes to complete this activity. Be sure to put in my email address so that I can get it once you all are completed. And make sure to put in your name. Everybody's maneuvering through the activity well. Okay, we have 1 more minute. 1 more minute. Ashley, you look like you all in this. Oh, that's a confused look.
It's a mixture.
A mixture. Okay, Ashley, just to reinforce what I would have instructed. So you're just going to read the steps under the different classifications. And then you're going to you look at this picture and give me something from each of these, just one hazard shown in the picture, and how you could have how could it be prevented. So an example, just to clarify for you all, you see that this cupboard door right here is open, right? That's a hazard that can cause a fall, okay? So that hazard, you can just list it. So fall, the hazard will be this cupboard door being open. You know, you guys, you get it? So can I give you all like 30 seconds? 30 more seconds. Alita, how you doing with it?
I already sent it to you, but
Oh,
I sent both to you actually, but
okay.
I can tell you I messed up that one.
This last one?
I got that wrong. Oh, I think I was
Okay.
imagining things and all of that.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine. At least I would know how to maneuver for next class. And this read to follow directions activity, this will just let me know what I need to do, or better break down instructions for you all to understand, because you're just basically paying attention to the steps outlined and just giving me it right back from the hazard. Okay, Ashley, are you done? Okay. So I will go and review your responses, and I will also go back over it with you all at our second period. So let me go back here. Okay, that brought us to the end of our lesson. Now, before I let you go for break, I just want you to tell me one thing that you would have learned from today's lesson. Anybody want to go first? Okay, I see we playing a mic challenge now. Okay.
Okay, probably to always clean up spills right away instead of waiting.
Okay.
I learned that you should never put your knife inside your suji water, because I used to just be like, ding, ding, ding. Let me pull this knife out. So yeah, I learned that.
Okay. I hope that today's lesson was useful to you all.
It was.
Okay. And right here, I have a homework activity. You know, y'all can't just go scot-free like that. You have a homework activity that you will complete, and I would send you that in your emails, okay? So thank you so much, Grayton, for your attention, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay.
Okay, great. Bye, Miss Saunders.
Bye.
Sorry about Miss Saunders. I didn't end the rules, Miss Saunders.